So how do you launch your online business? It's not only important to launch a business, but then we need to have some predefined checklist to even check that are we ready to go to the social media? Are we ready to even talk about what we are doing, how we are going to help people? So is that checklist ready? That is what I wanted to take you through. So what I wanted to explain today is the first checklist which we need to be ready before we are even getting into the online business is the business clarity. Comes under business clarity. Business clarity is all about having a vision defined, having the mission defined, the pitch, your 30 seconds pitch need to be ready. Number 4 is your positioning. What are people going to call you as? That's your positioning. So that needs to be defined well. You need to have your own code of honor. Your niche has to be completely defined. The micro niche has to be completely defined. Your customer avatar, both the demographic and the psychographic, that needs to be defined. Message for 3 minutes. In case you get a platform to explain about your business for 3 minutes, that message, the sales pitch or the introduction pitch, all these things need to be defined properly. And then the tagline, what the people are going to remember your business as, or what is the essence of your business and how they are going to remember it in very, very small phrase or maybe a small sentence. That's what we have to define our taglines. And the last two are the story, your backstory. Are you ready with your backstory for you to tell to the other people and connect with them? So that is your story. And the last one under the clarity is all about your why for your vision. Why you are doing what you are doing. So these things, once it has been clear, it becomes a little easier for any business owner or maybe the marketer or maybe any people who are associated with you in the online business. It becomes easy for them to collaborate, to work, and also it gives clarity, a lot of clarity to the business owner, how he or she wants to proceed ahead. But in my observation, I have come across multiple online entrepreneurs, digital entrepreneurs who are looking into creating the visibility on the social media without completing the clarity session. So in case you are somebody who is just starting the online business, or you are into the digital space for maybe 1 year, 2 years, 3 years time, go back and check, do you really have the clarity of your business? And this is how you should define the clarity. To repeat it, it's about your vision, mission, pitch, positioning, code of honor, niche, micro niche, customer avatar, demography and psychography, message for 3 minutes, tagline, your story, and your why for your vision. All these things requires content to be written, because your thoughts have to be written into words, and this is where your content skill set is going to be mapped up. So be ready to clear your clarity section. Now coming to the second one, which is what should you be ready next after you have got your clarity. Once you have got your clarity, you should be ready next with the goals. So what are your goals like? The theme of the year. So maybe, for example, theme of this particular financial year. What are you looking at? And your actions, your way of dealing the business, that should be aligned to your theme. So one is about under the goal section, you should be clear about the theme. Second, what you should be clear about is bigger target, which is the 1 year goal, also the quarterly goals, the monthly goals, and the daily goals. If we have this idea, then it's very easy for us to do. But practically, let me tell you, even if you have this idea, there are 3 stuck points where people are stuck and they're not able to move ahead. Number 1, what do you define in the goal? What is your 1 year goal, quarterly goals, monthly goals, and daily goals? Those definition of the goal, those planning of the goals mostly is in the mind of the entrepreneur. And that's the biggest hurdle that people are not able to cross, because it requires a skill set to even design the goals. But then what I would suggest in case you are a digital entrepreneur is sit back, spend some time with yourself. You are the best person to design your goals. So design your goals, both all the 4, 1 year, quarterly, monthly, and daily. If you have the clarity of the goals and the theme of the year is very clear, then it becomes very easy for anybody to just be against that particular goal and keep on achieving that. So that's the second thing. The first thing being business clarity. The second pre-flight checklist is Have you defined your goals before even you are going to the social media, or before even you are creating a product or selling in the market? So define your goals. Now the third thing which you should be checking is all about your product. Do you really have a core product? Because if you don't have any product and you directly want to go to the market and sell, it's not going to work. So first is, what is your core product which you are going to define to the market? You may be in the process of generating the final version of your product, or maybe the ideating the product, whatever be it, but it has to be concrete. It has to be concrete so that you can take it to the market and at least test it initially, because product development will pass through a couple of phases. Once you have ideated, you will create the product. Once you have created the product, you will be parallelly selling it and implementing the product. Then it's all about POC, proof of concept, getting it tested in the market, that a few of the people are liking your product and they're ready to pay you. After POC, you have received the POC, then it goes for final version of the product creation, and after that it's about scaling the product. So these are the different stages of the product creation which normally happens. In case you are starting your business, you should be very clear which level are you at. But remember one thing, do not sell in the market until unless you have at least the ideation of the product, because that's going to backfire, since you will yourself not be clear what you want to offer in the market. So checklist number 3 is product. Checklist number 1 is the business clarity, 2 goals, 3 is the product. Now coming to the 4th one, which is content. Now what is your content? Content, you should be ready with the content strategy sheet, the content calendar, content planner, production strategy, and the publishing strategy, which otherwise you can also call it as the promotion strategy. So these are a few of the content part of the business, and you need to be ready with the entire planning. People, lot of digital entrepreneurs, they know how to create a content. On a theoretical basis, everything is very clear. They also know how to create a content strategy sheet. They also know how to create a content calendar or maybe a content planner. But 99% of the people do not create it, because it takes effort, it takes pain, it needs patience to create this. And more importantly, it needs your thought process. But then don't miss out this very, very important step of your business clarity, because once the content side of the business is ready, it's very easy to talk about the business. And content prepares you to pitch yourself, to pitch your business, to pitch your product in the market. Hence, in content, get your strategy correct, your planner ready, calendar ready, and also have very clear idea about the production and also the promotion. Now, after you have completed the content side of the business, then the next one is all about decluttering yourself. Now, what does decluttering mean? The decluttering part is all about your devices, digital decluttering. So it's about laptop space, it's about your mobile space, it's about how much of the cloud space you have. So you need to mark through all the spaces which you actually possess, and also all the websites or anywhere you have shared your email ID, and those websites are a part and parcel of your daily system. That needs to be completely known. In case you are not requiring any messages to come to you, you should feel free to go back and unsubscribe it or unroll it. There are multiple softwares which are available which can help you unroll it. So that is one digital cleaning which you should be doing. And also in the digital part, organize everything from the day one. Normally I have seen lot of coaches and consultants, they do multiple type of work, but then organizing part is really missing, because of which they cannot repurpose, but they have to reinvent the whole wheel and again go back and produce the same thing. So that's your checklist number 5, which is declutter. And the last checklist which you should have is about your social media presence, readiness for the social media. Do you have what you need to check is, do you have a Facebook profile? Do you have a Facebook page, a Facebook group, LinkedIn profile, LinkedIn page, LinkedIn group, Instagram profile, Instagram page, YouTube, LinkedIn, you should know your LinkedIn SSI score, and also Facebook groups. How many number of Facebook groups are you a part of, so that you can contribute into those groups, or how many LinkedIn groups are you a part of, so that you can actually contribute in those groups. And finally, your social media growth tracker. what is your followership or subscribership on the start of a particular month, and then you should be also tracking by the end of the month or maybe starting of the next month. So these are your primary checklists which you need to have, and just to have the final summary of it, you need to have number 1, clarity, business clarity. Number 2, the goals of the business need to be defined. 3 is about the product ideation, product creation should be done. 4, content part, which is content planning, content production and content publishing. Then 5 is decluttering. Declutter your digital space, your home, which is your physical space, and also your emotions, which is no mood swings. Nobody should be able to disturb you and pull you out of the track. So that's about your decluttering. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is first is clarity, second is goals, third is product, fourth is content, 5 is decluttering, and the 6th is social media. So your readiness for the whole social media. This is how you are going to make yourself ready for the whole content, for the whole business, online business. And if you are not ready, use this particular checklist, use whatever I have shared on this particular video, and then go and prepare your checklist. With this, I hope this video helps you. And once you have listened to this particular video, my kind request is go back and listen to this video maybe 2 times, 3 times, because this is where the highest business nugget I'm sharing with you, and this is the crux of my whole business, my whole experience for the last 1.5 year, 2 years of starting the business, digital business from scratch. So what are you waiting for? You should be now going back and rewinding and replaying the video and prepare your own checklist. Till then, I'll come up with some other video next. Until then, take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.